What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Rosey Wisdom, back with my experience. And this is part 2 of Case Closed. Now, uh, after I cried out to the Lord and made a commitment, promise, oath, hey, Jesus, if you close this case, I'll turn it back to you. Those were my exact words. I'll turn back to you. Because I had turned away. So, after that, Jesus started doing the work in me. Jesus like, okay, now you're mentally ready. Okay, now you're mentally ready. So, first thing he did, put me on a smoke schedule. During this is what you would call a sanctification process. I stopped drinking. He said no more strong drink. I stopped drinking. Smoking marijuana was never hard for me to stop doing. I was never a smoker anyway. Even before I met Charles, I was never a smoker. I did use to drink, but I was never a drunk, period. So, easily let go of marijuana. Easily stop drinking alcohol. Because what just happened is way more important than a sip of Hennessy, than a sip of Cisco, than a sip of vodka, or any whatever drink was being drunken at whatever moment. It's way more important. So easily drop, done. So then Christ put me on a smoke schedule. Okay, I went from smoking 2.5 boxes a month with Charles, because we used to share 2.5 boxes a month. I mean, a day. Forgive me, a day to 2.5 cigarettes in a day. Now let me say that again in case I confuse anybody. 2.5 boxes a day to 2.5 cigarettes a month. That's how I go. So, kid you not, you hear me say, Jesus put you on smoking. That don't even sound right. Listen, you would be amazed. So, with my addiction to tobacco, Christ would do this. He would give me a number, which was my limit on whichever day. So he started me off with 12. That's already half the box gone. Now it was up to me on how I smoked that 12 within that 24 hours. So, Lord, don't let no argument or no fight happen between me and Charles, because now I'm back to back. You know, and that's how it be with cigarette smokers. Watch TV, gotta smoke a square. Go to the bathroom, gotta smoke a square. After you smoke some weed, gotta smoke a square. Watching a movie, gotta smoke a square. Having a conversation, gotta short me down, gotta smoke a square. Found any reason to just put a cigarette in my mouth. Those bad bombs, because when you smoke them, it does nothing but exploding. You will turn black and mess up your inner organs and everything. It's a bad bomb. It's not good for you. But an addict don't care. They're just doing what they do. So this is how he would schedule me. He'd start me off with 12. Then the next day, give me another number. Next day, so forth. The number would change, or sometimes it wouldn't. And it got down to 5, and then 3, and then 2.5. Now when it got down to 2.5, I ain't gonna lie, I was calling out Christ like, hey Christ, could I get an extra short? Because I either had smoked them too fast or wanted to smoke them, but wanted an extra one also, or whatever my mind said was at that moment, or my thoughts was at that moment. So when it got down to that 2.5, it got hard. But in order for this to work, you have to have obedience. me and Christ is, when I'm facing Christ, it's pure obedience. Okay? I'm not doing nothing I ain't supposed to do because God is watching. So by respecting Christ, which ends up showing me how I'm respecting myself and teaching me how to respect myself, whether I knew he was watching or not, I refuse to not do right in his sight or out his sight. That's the mind frame I had. So I was obedient, and I'm still is obedient. So moving forward, when it got down to the 2.5s, that's when he would 2.5, 3, 2. He even got as low as 1.5, and it stayed there for a while. And Christ knew what he was doing with me. So Christ weaned me off cigarettes, the addiction of tobacco, from going from 2.5 boxes a day to 2.5 cigarettes a month. And that's what that was. That was the first thing Christ did. Second thing Christ did, he said, he stopped the cigarettes, and it was around this time, mind you, I just had my 5th child, so I was insecure, okay, about my body. And then when me and Ghost were getting arguments, all he would do was throw fans in my face. Oh, I got fans that love me. Oh, this beat love me. Oh, whatever. So, and then he would tell me who he messed around with or whatever, from who we both would know. Things of that nature. Or even a girl I wouldn't know. But like I said in one of my past videos, we did have an adulterous relationship. But evidently his was ongoing. But moving forward, at this, after the smoke schedule, Christ said, start an exercise regimen, and I will add to it. So that's what I did. I started an exercise regimen, and I was consistent. Kid you not, for a whole month. I was consistent for a whole month. Now I was flat-chested in this time frame too, so I was insecure about my body. But stay tuned for part 3. It gets interesting.